Welcome back to GreenTGarden. I want to hear from you in this video. I want to hear your experience. Why did you start at a home garden? Is it worth it? Are you saving money? Is it too much work? And throughout the whole years, your experience. By you sharing below in the comment, you could help a lot of gardeners, especially a lot of people who now want to get into a whole new garden world. They will read all your comments and they're going to be inspired by it and they're gonna learn a lot from it. So I appreciate if you guys could share your thought and your garden experience, and I'm gonna share my experience. Why did I start it, and throughout the years, is it worth it? The reason why I started a backyard garden, we moved and we had a we were lucky to move in a bigger backyard, and we had so much space. And then we started thinking about growing our own food. And then when we made my daughter was, after she was 2 3 years old, she was an outdoor adventure. And then we wanted to teach the kids to grow their own food, and we wanted to do it as a backyard and a outdoor hobby together as a family. And it was a great idea to get the kids away from the TV and the tablet. So we started off with container, like buckets, like extra painting bucket, plastering bucket and stuff like that. Then my daughter and wife decided to adopt a pet pig, which was very interesting because this pig, he was eating all vegetables. So we would roughly spend about $100 a week on vegetables because he eats 3 times a day, sometimes more. So we were roughly spending about $400 a month just on my pet pig eating vegetables. And then I have 3 kids. With my 3 kids and myself, we eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruit. So we were spending about roughly between $600 to $800 a month on vegetables. So that was a lot of money, $800 a month on vegetables and fruit. So I'm like, we have to figure something out. So the next step that we did, we bought 2 wooden garden beds, small one about 7 inches high, and we started growing like a lot more vegetables there. And then we realized we're feeding the piggy, and then when we realized tasting like fresh lettuce at home or spinach at home, it was delicious. It was very delicious. It was amazing to see we're growing our own stuff. It was fun. And then we bought a greenhouse, and with the greenhouse we had a lot more vegetables. We started with every single thing what we could plant, and then eventually we stopped buying vegetables from the store. So we end up saving $800 a month from buying stuff out there. Now after a year, we literally save back the money from what we spend from the greenhouse, and what we buy from seeds or container, we save back all that money within a year. Grow so much vegetables now that we could feed our pig, we give our neighbors, we give our families, and we eat so much. And it's a healthier lifestyle. You save money, you experience as a family. Like sometimes you have a rough day, I come in here, I clean, I put on my music, I talk to my plants. Sometimes I say good morning to them. It's amazing to see them grow, and it helps me relax. So the gardening helps me relax. I work out a lot too in the gym, that helps me relax too. But nothing is better than outdoor. You get fresh air, you hear all the birds, you see all your plants, you're around it. It's a different environment, a different feeling. It's something priceless. You can't pay for. You have to experience it to understand how amazing it feels. And the thing about it, I like to plant from seed, and I watch every single step as they grow, and until I harvest. And it's amazing to see a seed could produce massive plants and tons of harvest. And the good thing about it, which I love giving people. And the more people I give, to see people's face like, did you grow this in your backyard? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, incredible. And then you get a text later on, it was the best vegetables they ever had. We stir fried, we grill it. And that what makes me really happy, that hearing from people that they love it. And then watching my kids out here planting their own stuff and checking on, they were so excited to come home from school sometimes, and they want to see how the plants are doing or see how the seeds are going. So it definitely brings my kids and I very close with this gardening. And I gotta say, is it hard? It's not that hard. The one thing I tell people, you have to be patient when it comes to outdoor garden. You have to be patient. Everything takes time. It takes a long time to germinate. It takes a long time to grow. It takes a long time to get a harvest. Don't rush. Don't rush the process. If you lose a plant, don't get discouraged. It's okay. Plant more than one plant. If you're going to plant one zucchini plant, I tell you, plant like 4 of them. Because if one die, you have another one. If you're starting seeding, don't seed one seed. Start about 4 or 5 seeds. If you have extra, you could always give somebody. do always extra. Overall, it keeps me healthy. It keeps me very active. I sweat out here in summertime. I'm always digging and pulling out weed and pruning, fighting bugs. It keeps me really active. It keeps me calm. It brings such a joy in my life and my kids and my family life. It's amazing when it's harvest. It's beautiful. And the best thing about it now, I get to share it with you guys, which is amazing. You're gonna start off a garden. It's worth it. It's you bonding so much with your family and kids. It's so much precious time that money cannot buy. You're growing vegetables. You're sharing with your neighbors and friends and family, and you're giving and making so much people happy. You're watching everything growing from seed, which is incredible. And it's a therapy. It's something you look forward for on a weekend instead of you drinking or going to party and hanging out too much. You could spend some times in your garden. You could save a lot of money. You could save a lot of money from not going out, and you save a lot of money from not buying your own vegetables. But it's fun. It's fun. It's do I regret ever starting a backyard garden? Absolutely not. It's one of the best thing I ever did in my life. And after this, I'm training my kids, and hopefully my daughter, she's into it. My boys, they're not much that into it, but overall my kids, they know exactly where the food is coming from. I will advise anybody to start. Doesn't matter if you start in your backyard, front yard, doesn't matter what space you start or you have. You start a garden and you harvest and you taste the difference, you're gonna be impressed. All right, so I don't want to talk too much. I feel like I talk a lot. All right, so thank you so much for watching Green Tea Garden. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm in Long Island, New York, and we're about to get in spring weather. I see we got some tough weather coming up, some colder weather, so I can't transplant much plant yet. I have a bunch of seedlings coming up there, and I have a lot of videos coming up here that we're gonna learn so much. We're gonna grow a better garden together. Any question, comment below. I would love to answer your question. And everybody who subscribed and about to subscribe to my channel, I do appreciate it. Every subscriber help. My channel is growing. I'm reaching more people, and it's all free. So that's the good thing about YouTube. Thank God to YouTube, so it's all free. And I appreciate everybody taking that time to subscribe and comment. Everybody have a wonderful Sunday.